Hey everybody, my name is Commander Eagle131, and it's time for another channel update / news update. And also, hello, this is what I look like. I thought it was really weird having my Starfield character just blankly staring at y'all in my past channel update videos, so I figured it was time I just get the webcam out and do a face cam window. So, woohoo, here I am. So for today's update, the main thing we're considering ourselves with here today is that the Starfield ship builder's glitch building or ship part merging has been patched out with the recent Starfield update. So that means things like the flip glitch, copy glitch, and the variance glitch moves that are required for most of Eags ship shop builds here will no longer work. Any glitch build moves I perform in any of my past videos here on my channel, they won't do anything. You'll for instance, you'll try to do a flip glitch and it will just, you'll flip and it'll just show red. It won't show green. So Bethesda decided to patch it out, and I'm going to withhold my personal commentary on that one. So I mentioned in my recent YouTube community post that I refuse to acknowledge that my builds are now legacy, so I'm coming to you today with 2 fixes to bring back the glitch building. And by the way, I'm not really going to be calling it glitch building anymore. I'm probably going to be calling it ship part merging, because that's a way more accurate term now, because you'll see in a little bit here, we're not going to be doing flip glitching anymore. We're just literally going to be engaging cheat mode to just merge parts together with no effort. So this is very important though. If you want to follow any of my past guides, tutorials, or any of my future tutorials, you will need to run some kind of thing that brings back the ship part merging. So I'm offering 2 methods today. So to start with the first method, it's the best method in my personal opinion. It's the one that I'm using because I think it's cool. It's a mod called the ship part merging enabled mod. It's done by mod author Sadyr. They've created a really awesome lore-friendly-ish mod called Ship Part Merging Enabled. It lets you tweak ship builder overlap settings on the go via a slate purchasable from the person who runs Jemison Mercantile. The overlap settings are what's going to bring back glitch building for all of us. So after you purchase the slate from Jemison Mercantile, you can find it under your notes section in your inventory. When you activate the slate, it will give you some instructions on how the mod works, and upon exiting the slate and your inventory menu, the interface for adjusting overlap settings will immediately pop up. So here you can select between -1 and -10. The settings will mess with how close or far the ship parts snap. So increasing or decreasing may make building feel kind of weird. So for reference, just so you know, -4 is the setting that is spot on to the vanilla ship builder feel. So if you're like me, you don't like change, just use -4. So the settings that you change with the slate will revert back to default every single time you close and reopen the game, so you'll need to pull out the slate every time you want to do merging on a ship build upon a fresh boot of the game. So inside the builder, we can see that adjusting overlap settings totally removes the need to actually perform any glitch building. It's like I said, it's cheat mode. It will simply make ship parts snap to any open snapping point. So for adding parts to the ship where there are no snapping points open, you will need to select the whole build and move it to the place that you want it snapped to. So the beauty of this mod is that it's available on the Creations site as well as the Nexus. So this is an option for people on console as well as people on the PC. So my biggest fear was that part merging was going to go away for console gamers, but you know, again, mod team to the rescue. So this will work on the console, which is great. So the second method I have today, it involves editing or adding a StarfieldCustom.ini file. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you're already experienced with tinkering around with Bethesda games, so I'm not going to get into the theory talk on the custom file. I'm just going to tell you what lines you need to add to it. It's PC only. I'm saying it's PC only because I was told that console users can't mess with the Starfield Custom.ini file. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that does sound right to me. So, yeah, if for whatever reason you don't want to run any mods, this is another option for you if you're on the PC. you'll need to copy the following label and line to your custom INI file. I have it on screen now, but I'll put it in the video description if you just want to copy and paste it. So this is going to work exactly the same as the mod that I mentioned above. It tweaks the same settings, so you know it's the same value range. -1 to -10 are the settings that you can choose. -4 is vanilla building experience. So those are my two methods that I have here. I'm sure there's more. I think I saw there are more methods, but these are the two that I like the most because to me they're the most lightweight. The Starfield custom INI file is definitely more permanent, so when you save that INI file, it'll just keep your overlap setting to whatever you set it at until you change it, or for whatever reason the file gets removed, or you know, whatever, it just stays that way. So if you don't feel like tinkering with a slate, and you have the ability to add or change the Starfield custom INI file, then the second method is probably going to be for you. So what effect does all this have? The Starfield patch and the new mods that we have, what effect does this have on Eags Ship Shop? So as I stated above, for now you will need to do as I suggested, or do something similar to what the solutions above are. So if you watch any of my old tutorials and you're running custom game.ini or you're running a mod, you won't have to perform any glitch build moves. As long as there's a free snapping point nearby, you'll be able to perform the merge. I foresee that some of my more messier copy glitched parts might give you a little bit of trouble, like in the Archer class. I know I did a lot of pretty crazy merging in that one using the copy glitch. If any parts do give you trouble, don't hesitate to shout, tag me or something in the comments section of the build video that you're watching, and let me know, and then maybe we can find a way to diagnose and get that ship built for you. I wish I could test all my builds with the new INI settings or with the mod. It's just I built so many ships, and my time, I don't have as much time as I once did, and so I unfortunately decided not to go back and test every single one of my builds with our new toys to play with to bring back merging. So I'm sorry about that, but if you encounter any issues, let me know and we can try and figure it out. So I'll also be modifying all the video descriptions. That's pretty standard. I'll be adding disclaimers as pinned comments under every single build tutorial video that I have, and then any build tutorial video that I make in the future will be stated during the requirements section that you're going to need to be running a mod or editing your custom INI file. So I'm still going to be doing the part-by-part build tutorial sections. None of this changes any of that. That's kind of what I built all of my Starfield viewership around, and I really don't want to stop doing that because I do understand not everybody watches that section, but a fair amount do. And I do understand that people like watching the build process for maybe insight, or maybe they are building along and they want to make a copy of the ship, what have you. So I will still be doing the part-by-part build tutorial sections, which is a good segue into the next portion here. So the last thing I want to talk about is the creation kit and standalone ship mods. So I have been learning the creation kit. So hopefully this is a nice surprise for you all, but I will be soon, TM, be offering all of Eags Ship Shop builds on Nexus and hopefully the creations site as standalone ESMs of, you know, individual ships, so you can kind of cherry pick what you want, or a master ship bundle. So if you don't feel like building them, spending that time on YouTube, you can just snag them from creations or the Nexus, whatever you choose. So I'm also planning on releasing a master ESM, so you can just, you know, if you want all of the ships, you can just get them all. So I will say right now, as of now, the way I'm building them all, the mods will require you to have the ship vendor framework mod installed. That needs to be in your load order. I do understand that the SVF mod has some conflicts, so you might want to check that out if you're interested in downloading these mods. I'm not sure when they're going to go live, because I've been having to, like, the creation kit doesn't have any way of importing ships from game saves. And the community, from the way I understand, hasn't found a way to do so yet, unfortunately. So I'm actually using my own build guides to go back and rebuild all of my old ships from scratch in the creation kit, and then saving them as standalone packages. But yeah, I have been building those, and you know, I'm about a quarter of the way done rebuilding all my old ships. So we can look forward to that. All right, so to wrap everything up here, that's about all I wanted to say today. So I just will let you know I have been working on a few new builds, as well as I did complete a couple. So I tease all that stuff and keep people updated as much as I can on the YouTube community page. YouTube's not very good at notifying people when things are posted there, so you'll probably have to remember to check it out. So check that out. It's there. I try to keep it updated as much as I can. Another ship builder YouTuber, Wize Old Wizard, he's hosting a Battle of the Builders competition, and I decided to enter it just for fun. I am currently working on the build for Wizard's competition. I can't share anything about it until my build is submitted. But once that's all finished, if I actually get something built, I might actually pull out. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still, like, you know, it takes me a long time to build ships in this game. I'm a bit of a, you know, I don't want to call myself a perfectionist, but I try to, I won't release a build until I'm personally satisfied with it. And if I'm not satisfied with it, you know, I'll either change it or I will just kind of scrap the project. So I'm hoping that the build that I'm currently working on will develop into something really, really cool. So stay tuned for that one. But other than that, I do believe that's it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I shall catch you in the next one.